Hello Children's Lit students! In this video, I'm going to briefly go over our syllabus and Canvas page. So let's check it out. You should have by now gone into our Canvas page, and this here is our syllabus. So please open it as we're going to check that out. I happen to have it open already. So let's take a look at that. So this is our class, and this first page has logistical information. So my email, and please know I'm always here to help. Don't hesitate to reach out. This first section is how our school defines our class, so you can check that out. This here is the course intro that I wrote for us, and it says, "Welcome to our exploration of children's literature, a vibrant field that serves as a mirror reflecting the cultural values, fears, and aspirations of societies around the globe. This course will delve into a diverse array of works, each offering rich insights into the human experience. We'll examine how these texts celebrate universal themes, such as the journey towards autonomy and the developmental milestones of childhood. We'll use different critical lenses to uncover the intricate layers of meaning within these texts, and will appreciate not only their literary merit, but also the intentional artistry behind them. As we navigate the landscape of children's literature, we'll also highlight the significance of cultural context. By incorporating international perspectives and examining contemporary trends, the aim is to foster a comprehensive understanding of the genre's scope and its relevance to both children and adults. Join me on this journey as we celebrate the art of children's stories and their profound impact on our understanding of childhood, culture, and the world." The first thing is that I will be drawing from this book, but you don't have to buy it yourself because I will be providing our readings through Canvas. Now, there is something that you absolutely do need to buy, and that is a copy of James and the Giant Peach by Roald Dahl. So this is the more important one. Do make sure to get yourself a copy of this book, as we'll be reading out throughout our term. The other one, you don't have to worry so much because I'll offer everything on Canvas. This happens to be my childhood copy. I still have it from when I was a child, and it was always one of my favorite books. As far as materials go, you're going to need to have highlighters or a tablet and a stylus, just a way to annotate and highlight our readings. Obviously, you need online access and access to our Canvas account because this is an online class. We do have a tech support. If you have any issues with Canvas or anything like that, they're there to help. Now, please remember, because this is an online space, netiquette is at the center of it all, and that's net etiquette. And our main phrase, like our mantra, we can call it, is remember the human. Behind that profile picture and name, there's an actual person, just like you and I. So it's important that you be respectful to one another. It's completely normal if you don't agree with somebody, but it does not give license for hate speech or attacking them directly, and that won't be allowed. So same thing goes when you're addressing me. Be respectful and run a spell check before sending me a message. So remember the human. That is our main takeaway of net etiquette, our main focus. As far as communication goes, I will be publishing our modules every Sunday typically, and that's gonna have the videos, the lessons, everything that you need for the week. You just have to focus on completing the work for that week, and please do know you'll have opportunities to interact with one another and myself. If you do send me a message over the weekend, please allow for Monday for a response because it's the weekend, y'all. And of course, we'll have some readings throughout the class. Sometimes there will be some quizzes throughout the term just to make sure you're reading. They'll be low stakes, but just make sure that you are reading. And we'll be doing different types of work throughout our modules. That's the main thing, is just complete the module for the week. Unfortunately, you cannot make up an entire module, but we do have a late essay pass and late homework pass. For the late essay pass, you're allowed to turn in your essay up to 2 days late after the deadline with no point deduction. Beyond that, late essays will receive a 10% deduction for each day late. For the late homework, you can turn it on up to 1 day late after it's due. For those, you could just send me it as an attachment. That's everything. Like, for example, an outline, a write-up, a worksheet, things like that. But you can't use it for things that happen in real time, such as discussion boards and peer review workshops. Just a little bit of info: when you have discussion boards, make sure to have a hearty, substantial paragraph and reply to a classmate to get full points unless it says otherwise. For our class, we will have our major essays, and make sure to do that. We're going to also have a space for where we have what I like to call it's a Q&A board, and I'll show you where that is on Canvas. As far as participation and attendance, if you're logging in and doing the work, then you're in attendance and participating. If you don't log in throughout the first week, then I will drop you because I consider that no show. So make sure that you do your work for this week. It's very important because that tells me that you're in the class. When you submit, make sure to use docx, and PDF formats. If you're using Google Docs, make sure to convert to those before submitting. You can revise your first essays, not the last one, because it's over after the term's over after that. But you can turn it up to a week after. So you can meet with me, you can meet with our embedded tutor, with the writing center, and then send me your revised draft a week after it's been graded. Our class, it's important that you give credit where credit is due, and that involves proper citation practices, as well as not having AI write your assignment. My rule for that is that I know that the tech is fallible, but if it shows 90% and up, then that's considered a 0. Because turn it in, just so you know, when you turn in your work, it tells me too, like the AI report, similarity report. So just so you know that. Our writing center is located in ED 113. They are an invaluable help. Student counseling, make sure if you want to speak to a counselor, they're in student services room 147. If you need to get your DSPS accommodations, please get that done ASAP. And know that by law, I am a mandated reporter, which means I have to report any things like abuse and things like that. Sexual misconduct, just know that Citrus is a safe space by law. Basic needs, this is an address for our email for our basic needs coordinator if you experience things like housing insecurity and things like that. Our tech support, they're in the library, the second floor. This is an online class, so their help will be invaluable. Just so you get some of the ideas of our points in our class is here. And I'm always going to say in the calendar, like, what we're doing, and if we're going to assign something or reminder if something major is due. That is our syllabus. For our Canvas page, here we have the Start Here section. This is a welcome letter, which you should have checked out by now. This has preliminary information, communication plan. You can reach out to me through inbox, through email. If you want to set up a Zoom meeting, just let me know. Here is our syllabus. Here is the link for our writing center. Team building. This is an opportunity for us to build community. So let's say you want to share a picture of your pet iguana, your pet cat, whatever the case. So let's say you get the picture. Let's say if I use this one. That's a web page. So usually JPEGs work better. Okay. It's as simple as go to reply. You can just drag in the picture. Then I'm going to put meow. I'm your class cat. Give me a name. And then you can make a cat with your keyboard. Bada bing, bada boom. We got ourselves a gato. If you want to have a video, okay, let's see. Let's say World Cup. Let's say I want to show this one.
Watch the FIFA World Cup.
Let's say I want to show. Oh, I think this is live. Okay, maybe I just want some highlights. Maybe this one. Okay, if you go to share, you don't want this link because this is the actual link to this actual YouTube page. What we want is the embed code. So click embed, copy the embed code. Once you have the embed code, you go to reply, insert, embed, paste the embed code, and voila, we have ourselves our video. That's if you wanted to share something there. And this will be going throughout the term. It's not for points, it's just a place to build community. Share a picture of your pet, cat pet, iguana pet, cricket, a picture of maybe you did a hike or something, maybe a meme or gif, something, of course, has to be appropriate, right? This is our cafe lounge, it's our Q&A space. Here is our module. Here's our first module. As you can see, we have our icebreaker. You get to introduce yourself. And among those things is having a profile picture. You go to account, profile. It gives you an opportunity to upload your picture. Please do that. You'll always have opportunities to check your grades. Here's a section of our embedded tutor, Bismarck. Please check announcements. Make sure to turn on notifications for that. And that is that. Welcome to the class, yo. See you online.